Welcome back to the show. Now, every year, millions of children walk into their first day of school unprepared to learn at no fault of their own. But there is a way to make sure this doesn't happen to your little one.
Yes, joining us today is John McCann from Waterford Upstart to tell us how you can help change a kid's future today.
Welcome to the show, John. How you doing?
What's up?
I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all having me on.
No, thank you for joining us. Now, please tell our viewers and us,
Yes.
what is Waterford Upstart?
Waterford Upstart is our early education program for 4-year-olds. Now, it's an adaptive program, which means that it'll adjust to give the kids what they need. And the great thing is the program will do it in a way that doesn't feel repetitive, which is good. Why? Because we want the kid to stay engaged and not get disinterested in the program. But it very much is being repetitive because it's giving that kid what he or she needs over and over until he or she can master the concept.
So, John, at 4 years old,
4
is
years
that
old.
the research that's the beginning? I know, because kids start usually 5 and 6. Is at 4, usually the research tell you that's where the developmental process really takes a hold and they can really hang on to that learning
Concept, yeah.
knowledge?
Yeah, and that's when they're starting to develop. And more importantly, at 4 years old, that's the age before they enter kindergarten.
Right.
And so our program is designed in such a way, it's built upon the science of reading. And so what that does is it gets kids used to letter recognition. That's one of the things that the program teaches, letter recognition. So the kid can say, well, that's an A or that's an L or that's a Z. And so they get that letter recognition, and then the program builds upon that to develop phonological awareness in the kids. Or, you know how when we were in school, everybody was hooked on phonics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so those letter sounds, they begin to develop. So now the kid learns that, this particular letter has an accompanying sound. So they begin to make that connection, right?
Right.
And then we build upon that to where they take those letters that they now recognize and the sounds and start stringing those together to form words. And then they take those words and begin to form sentences. And the next thing you know, you got kids reading at 4 years old. In fact, the average Waterford Upstart graduate will enter kindergarten reading at nearly a first grade level.
Now, see, John, now that's what I'm talking about. In our personal
amazing.
story, we were looking at schools for our daughter, and we were shocked that kids were reading at 3 and 4 years old. Here she's almost 5 years old. We're looking at private schools, and we're like, oh man, we done messed up. So I love the fact that Waterford can get them prepared so they can be ahead of the game, because it's nothing like being prepared and then you have a solid foundation. Can you tell our friends and family that are watching right now, if they want to they have to get their kid tested, or how do they even join Waterford to see if they can be a part of the program?
It's simply a matter of going online to waterfordupstart.org. But better yet, y'all, if the folks want to call 888-982-9898, that way they can get somebody on the phone who can walk them through that registration process.
Now, John, hold on. Now, Josh and I, we budgeted in this 2022. We're going to budget a little bit. Is this expensive? Is it super expensive to do?
We got you. Listen, because y'all have such great leaders in the Buckeye State, the state is paying for this program, okay? So if a family says, well, this all sounds great, but we don't have a computer in our home to do these great lessons that you're talking about, we got you. We'll give you a computer. And they might say, well, that sounds good, but you know what? We don't even have internet service for whatever reason. We got you, Cribs. We got you.
What?
We'll give you the internet service as well.
That's amazing.
As well as a family coach who will get on the phone with you and help those moms and dads and guardians talk them through those lessons. If they sign up for our Mentor app, they'll get push notifications that'll give them tips on how they can keep the kids engaged offline, even away from the programs. And we're not selling anything. We just need help letting folks know it's out there for them.
It's out there. John, I love this so much. Now, look, viewers at home, we speaking to you now. If you got your grandbabies, your kids, Let them know about
Yes.
this program. Tell them it's free. You get the computer for free. There's no excuses for your child not to be
people.
prepared.
Spread
They can
the
be
word.
they can be adults and be killing the game because they were already laid that foundation when they were 4 years old. John, can you tell us the websites where they can go and check this out one more time?
Yes, ma'am. WaterfordUpstart.org.
ORG.
John, thanks so much for
I'm about to
joining
send
us.
this out in a group text right
Really
now. John,
appreciate
thank you
that.
for joining the
Yes.
show. Come back anytime. We have more Cribs in the CLE. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.